So with Epcot's 40th anniversary quickly approaching in 2022, some major changes are going to be coming to the park's iconic Spaceship Earth, but we'll dive into all of that up next. Hi there Waltoneers, I'm Jack. This is DSNY Newscast in Epcot, and you know what, we've got a lot to talk about today. So let's get straight into it. As in 2021, Walt Disney World is going to be celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Magic Kingdom, with all new parades, enhanced classic attractions, and the debut of the Tron Light Cycle Coaster coming to Tomorrowland. But whilst Disney will be celebrating this 50th anniversary in every Disney park within Walt Disney World, one in particular will be undergoing its most ambitious enhancements since it opened, and this is of course Epcot. As when you think of Epcot, there is one image that comes to mind, and that is one of the most iconic Disney park attractions of all time, Spaceship Earth. As over the last 4 decades, Spaceship Earth has seen some new additions and general refurbishments like back in 1993 and 2007. However, this time around, according to reliable inside sources, this upcoming refurbishment will be the most extensive renovation that the beloved attraction has ever seen. Now, before you go panicking that Disney are going to be drastically altering the ride narrative of Spaceship Earth, don't worry, as the theme of the evolution of human communications is going to remain. But that doesn't mean that Disney aren't going to be plussing it and also updating it. As current rumour reports from respectable inside sources indicate that Imagineering will be refreshing all of the show scenes and time periods visited when you take your journey on Spaceship Earth, with the show scenes up to the creation of the printing press receiving minor enhancements and general refurbishments, whereas the scenes after that point will be getting major refreshes that will entail a reshuffle of the time periods so that it will accurately represent the communications revolution that we've experienced over the past 4 decades. With the dawn of the internet, the widespread adoption of truly wireless mobile communications, and also the ever-changing landscape of social media and the new forms of communications that continue to change how human beings choose to communicate and interact all around the world. But that's not where the refurbishment ends, as Disney will also be completely refurbishing and making improvements to the Omnimover system's track and ride vehicle chassis that will give the attraction a completely fresh look and feel whilst riding Spaceship Earth. But the updates and the changes aren't just restricted to the animatronics and also the show scenes, but we're also going to see a grander reimagining of this space round here, Project Tomorrow. As you see, as part of this lengthy project on the park's centerpiece attraction, Disney will be adding new elements to the switchback queue just outside of the attraction, a new pre-show environment, and a brand new post-show area as well. And lastly, they'll be replacing the current narration track by Judi Dench, but more than likely they'll be sure to keep some parts of the existing script, such as this.
Remember how easy it was to learn your ABCs? Thank the Phoenicians. They invented them.
And Imagineering will also be adding new magic to the beginning sequence with the screens that show Early Man, and they'll also be reimagining the finale sequence and the starry LED effect, which acts as a backdrop for your descent back down through Spaceship Earth. Now, after all of this information in this video, you're probably left wondering with one question: when is this rumoured to happen? Well, according to insiders, work should begin on this Spaceship Earth renovation project very early in 2020, with a possibility of work even beginning at the end of 2019. So it's highly recommended that if you love Spaceship Earth just like I do, be sure to give it a ride this year before it goes into refurbishment, as this project will span around 2 years, with rumours indicating that it will reopen once again in all its new and shiny glory in time for Epcot's 40th anniversary that begins in October of 2022 and will continue to be celebrated throughout 2023 as well. But before we get into any more Disney news for today, I just want to say a quick thanks to our sponsor for today's episode, Mickey Travels. As Mickey Travels are only one of a select few travel agencies in the entire world that have Disney's Platinum Earmark status. So if you're looking to book a Disney vacation, Mickey Travels will handle all aspects of your trip and do it all for free, as they never charge for their services. So to get your free quote today, visit MickeyTravels.com in the description box or call them on the number below. Now, whilst we're in Epcot, it's not just Spaceship Earth that's going to be receiving some Imagineering love, but it's also going to be the Wonders of Life Pavilion as well. As insiders have also stated on the WDW Magic forums that the Wonders of Life building will be home to multiple IP experiences aimed at a much younger audience, with the idea being that it should be open in time for the 2021 debut of the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster, as a way to help manage the overflow of guests in this area of the park. However, a more detailed description of which Disney movies and experiences will be included have not been revealed yet, but we'll be sure to keep you posted as this story develops right here on DSNY Newscast. And that's not all from Epcot, as over here in the Mexico Pavilion, very soon Coco is going to be arriving. But not as the long-rumoured and possibly cancelled reimagining of the Grand Fiesta Tour, but instead as part of a mariachi Cobra band that plays multiple times a day within the pavilion. And if this sounds familiar, it's because it will be very similar to a musical celebration of Coco that can be found over at Disney California Adventure. However, this is only a limited time offering at the moment, as it will run from March 6th to the end of the Flower and Garden Festival on June 3rd, 2019. And in other Disney park news, Kevin, the exotic bird from Pixar's Up, has finally debuted as a walk-around character over at Disney's Animal Kingdom, with this being a very impressive character experience, as Kevin is fully articulated and can even squawk at the guests as she walks by. And lastly for today, during the Grammys on Sunday, Disney released the second teaser trailer for the live adaptation of Aladdin. And most importantly, this was our first look at Will Smith in full Blue Genie mode. Now, despite this receiving some criticism online, one thing that you got to remember about this is that the CGI for the Will Smith Genie hasn't been fully completed as of yet. And this movie should deliver on some of the nostalgia of the animated classic, with some of the original songs also being featured within the movie, whilst also furthering the story for a whole new generation. But now it's over to you, Walton, as I would like to know which Disney movie properties would you like to see represented within the Wonders of Life Pavilion? And what would the ride or experience be within the pavilion? How would it fit narratively within Future World and also the Life Pavilion? And also don't forget to put the timestamp for where the hidden Mickey appears somewhere within this video, along with your suggestion or your comment to be in with a chance to win one of these official Waltoneer DSNY Newscast enamel pins. Congratulations to this Waltoneer here for winning this suggestion from a previous video where we're talking all about the entrance for the Millennium Falcon attraction within Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And so that's it for today's episode. So go ahead and subscribe down below if you're new to this channel. Hit that notification icon, so therefore hopefully if YouTube does its job properly, you'll receive a notification on a Tuesday and a Thursday when a video is released. And if you've enjoyed this video from Epcot today, give this video a massive thumbs up. And now for something a little bit different with the outro, as I've had a special request. And I've been Jack, and you've been Colin, and you've been you, and I'll see you real soon.